Hello and good day. In this brief tutorial, I will talk briefly on how to use Mendeley Desktop. Note that there are two softwares currently. There is the Mendeley Desktop, and then there's the Mendeley Reference Manager. They do the same thing. However, the Mendeley Reference Manager is a newer version of the Mendeley Desktop. While it is forward compatible, meaning if you make references or you cite references using Mendeley Desktop, then you can format them or access them with Mendeley Reference Manager. The reverse is not the case. So if you work with the newer one, which is Mendeley Reference Manager, then you cannot edit or work on the references using Mendeley Desktop. Okay, so Mendeley is a free software which we can use to manage references and citations at the same time. So I'll talk about some basic things. In this document, which I will share with you, I put in the steps for downloading, for creating an account and downloading Mendeley Desktop. And in addition to Mendeley Desktop, to make good use of the suite, you need at least the MS Word plugin and the web importer. Mendeley site works with the, what do you call it, reference manager. So with these two, you can comfortably work with your references. So I'll just dive in without wasting so much time. So I will start with the web importer. The web importer allows you to import references directly from web pages. So this is an example. So, sorry. This is an example. I have the web importer here installed. This is it. So what I do, let me go to any website or let me search about any paper. Let's say explainable AI with COVID-19. So I find some papers there, and I go to this one. Let me go to, this is IEEE. So on this web page where we have this paper, I come to the web importer here. It gives me information that it has access to this site. I click on the web importer. Okay, somehow it's not it doesn't work now. But what it does is it will capture the metadata for this paper. It will capture the authors, it will capture the title and other metadata, which will allow you to now save to your online library for the reference for Mendeley. And later we'll see how you can synchronize this online library with your remote local desktop library. So this is easy. Once we click on this, it will ask you to log in for the first time. And once you log in, okay, so I think it's doing as if it's doing something, but I'm not seeing what it is doing. And you see this on the right here again, you can also view the PDF here. This is still using the web importer. If you have access to this, it can work for you. Okay, so at the moment, I'm not signed in here. So I'm supposed to be signed in. Once you are signed into Perhaps that was why it was not capturing the metadata when I tried earlier on. So once you are logged in, you see it will give you options of what to capture and where to save it. You want to save it in your library in the Mendeley, or here I have already some folders which I created. You can select each of the folders, any of the folders actually, and save it there. So let's assume I leave it in my library. I select the one that I want. This is another one, web page. So this is it, and you can modify this if you want. So it is a journal article. This is the title. These are the authors. This is the publication, and the data you have on a normal citation, it has captured it from that website. And then you can click on add. So this will be stored in your online Mendeley database, okay? So it's not going directly from here, but when I open the PDF here, it goes from here. We can look at more examples here. Let me go to see this MDPI. Okay. I also click on this. So looks like I have to go here first. And then you see this is from the Mendeley web importer. And I can do this. And it's the same process. This is one, okay? Once this is done, then later you could have access to your references there. Another way of saving your references is using the Mendeley desktop app itself. So this is mine. It looks like this. Here you have your folders, and you can actually even create groups with people in them. You can create groups and add people if they share their email addresses they use for their Mendeley accounts. You can add them on a project or on a group of references, actually. So I have some groups here which I've worked on, right? And you can see that. So if you want, you can add folders. These are folders here for different projects or papers I have worked on. And you can just add a folder if you want. You can create a new folder here, or if you come at the end here, you can create a new folder. Okay. Now, the most important thing here is adding a reference. Okay. Now, to add a reference, there are so many ways we can do that. Before I go ahead with that, you can actually, when you come here, once you have internet, if you synchronize this, it will synchronize your online library with the library you have on your local computer on the Mendeley desktop. For example, we imported one reference using the web importer. We can synchronize it from here. Okay, so from add here, if you want, you can add files. So I can pick up a PDF. And I can add it to my folder. Okay, so let me see if I can find any. So this is a reference. Let me just do this. So it has added it. You see, it's captured. Immediately after adding, it extracted the metadata for it. See, the title of the paper, the journal, and other things. And always you can click on any of these fields and edit it. You can click on any of the fields and edit it. Sometimes what I do is I come here, if the DOI is here already, and I want to be sure everything is correct, I just click on search here, look up, the DOI, it will look up, and automatically it will update this online using the online data. So you see it added the URL, which was not there before. It added a few things that perhaps it could not get from the PDF of that. So this is one way of adding. You can add a PDF directly. Another one you can do is you can add an entry manually. So you have a journal article or where you know all the data. So you just put it here. You select what it is, and then you add the fields that you have. Okay, add all the fields that you have. Well, I rarely use this functionality. And please note that when you want to add to a specific folder, you go to the folder. When you're in that folder, then you can carry out the add operation. Okay. Another feature we have here is to watch a folder. So you can dedicate one folder to be adding all your papers in, all your references in, and you add that folder to your watch folder. So that whenever you add any paper to that folder, automatically Mendeley will capture the data for that particular paper. So the feature I use the most actually here is the manual entry, which let me just show you an example of what typically I will do. So I come here, let's assume I want to add, I find some article online and I want to add it. I mostly use the DOI. So I copy this part of the DOI, the numbers without the DOI.org. And then I come here to add entry manually. When you come down here, there is DOI here. Just paste DOI here and then look up. You see, automatically it looks up online and it has populated this with the details of that publication. And you can go into the fields and edit if there is need for that. Mostly if you search from with the DOI, there is no need to edit. So in a second, you get all what you need. You don't need to type in anything. It takes it directly from the website or from the journal you are importing from. Let's look at the second one, maybe. So let me just look at another one. Okay, so yeah, this is from IEEE.org. So I'm looking for the DOI. Just click here. I just come for the DOI. I just copy this only. I go back to my Mendeley. I want to add manually DOI. I paste it and I search again. See, it populates the details of the paper. There are very rare cases where I did this and it could not pull up the details of the papers, but in most cases this works. So I use it a lot. So with this, you can populate your database. And once that is done, you can go ahead and start your writing or your referencing. So let's assume I have this blank document and I'm writing something. And I need to make a citation. I just come to references and I would do what? I insert citation. So look, if you are not logged in, it will ask you to log into your Mendeley. So here, if you know the author and the year you want to cite, then you just search for that. For example, let me just, I'm searching for a paper by Prof. Pushkara that he published in 2023. And I found all of them are here. I can choose anyone. I choose this one now. Okay. Well, okay. I know the paper title. I'm not sure. You can start typing the paper title also. Wind. So it brings these suggestions for you. Alternatively, you can click on Go to Mendeley, and it takes you directly to Mendeley, and you find the paper that you want. Okay, I want this paper by Ishaq. So I click on this paper by Ishaq. Because I came to Mendeley from Word, then I can just click on Cite. You see, so it is citing, it has cited that paper by Ishaq. So okay, so insert citation. I cite a paper from Dr. Shuaib. Okay, so this, I have cited two papers here. Let's assume here, I need to add more references. I didn't finish. Okay, so I come here. You see, immediately I click on it, this changes to edit citation. If I go away, it is insert citation. If I click on it, so I can edit that citation. I can remove that, or I can add another citation if I want. Okay, so I add another citation. Use some of this. Okay, so I add this citation there. So I have two citations there. Okay, see, it has edited my citations. Yeah. So let's take, for instance, now, I try to insert a reference, and it's not in my Mendeley. Again, these are things that you can work out on your own, but maybe it may be helpful for you if I tell you now. So I go to Mendeley, I search, I don't have that paper. What do? I'll just leave Mendeley here. I go back to the internet. I look for that paper I'm looking for. Right, okay. Find it. When I find the paper, I try to cite that paper, copy the DOI. So I go back to my Mendeley. Okay. Since I have the DOI, I can add that paper manually. I search for it. Okay, so now I have deep learning for intelligent wireless networks. Okay, so this is the paper. So I highlight that paper. Okay, it didn't work because maybe I went back to Word. But this will have given me the option to cite the paper. So I will just click cite here, and it cites it for me there. Okay, so but now that I have gotten the paper, so let's assume let me start again. So I try to insert that paper, I don't have it. I go to Mendeley. Okay. I now go online. I get my paper. Mostly when I go, I just go for the DOI directly. Okay, because I have been going back to Mendeley, let me just show what I want to show. It's so here, cite, go to Mendeley. I don't have the paper. I add it manually. Okay, so I have this case where my lookup is failing. Okay, so let me go back and check what was the problem. I didn't copy the DOI correctly, completely. So you have to make sure you copy the whole DOI completely. So I copy it back now, and I go back to my Mendeley. I now search again. So it's captured it. I save it, right? I don't need, from here again, I just click on my site and it's there. Okay, this is pretty easy. Now, next thing is this, the bibliography. So let's assume this is the end of my document. This is my references section or bibliography section. I just come there, make sure my mouse is here, and then I just click on insert bibliography. It will insert it using the format or the style selected here. I can click here and change my style. Okay, let me change to the style for +1. Okay, let's change it with the click of a mouse. It has changed my citation style, and I can choose whichever one I want. Okay, sustainable cities, societies. Okay, change it to this one. And if I don't have it, if I cannot see here, I go to more styles, and I can see some more styles here. Okay. And you can see even some styles have been updated from recently, and the updates, it's showing me that the updates are available. And if the style I'm looking for is not here, still, I can add more styles. So let me look at something that is not here. Let's add one style from maybe from the papers we've looked at before. Let me see which paper, which let me see. There's a book. This is IEEE, so it's well, so let me just go back and use something randomly. So we were trying to add a style, so more styles, right? So you come here and get more styles. If you know the name of the journal, just type it, plus. So plus, let's see, we want to add plus biology. So I click on it, plus biology, I install. Once that is done, I use the style and then done. Sometimes after this, you may have to come again and look for that style. It's not here. More styles. Plus biology, use this style. Then has now changed to plus biology. So with the click of the mouse now, we can change to any of the styles we want to change or adopt. And you see it has almost everything that you need to do. And after some work, adding more references, you just need to refresh. If it does not do it automatically, it will add this references for you. So we can add more references, insert citation, go to Mendeley. I can select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to cite all of them. I cite. See, it cites them for me, 5 of them, 5 to 9. See, automatically it adds them to this. I'm not happy with this. I want American Medical Association. Change to that citation, that citation style or referencing style, engineering application of AI. Change it to that style. And with the click of the mouse, it makes life very easy. So this is it. Please, if you need, if you have any questions, you can ask me. I have tried to summarize this as much as I can. Thank you very much for watching or for listening.